10. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Ready? Blue ready. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Quarterback, don't get nervous, man.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready? Black 22. Check. Easy. Green, triple team.
From the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Tight dog. SOS. Hey. SOS. Mike's 54.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Rush in.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Man, I got it.
Now it's Jackson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Switch.
Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now, trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Short throw pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 and about the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Michael Palardy now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Jameis now on first down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Easy, easy. Go get him. Hey, one set. Check right 54. Right 54.
Jameis to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Alert 3. Green, triple C. Alert 3. Hey, check 20. Come on. 49, check 49.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come. Flip it. Right there. 54 now. Ain't no such thing as a go.
Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
The Panthers
We
take
play
over
to win.
first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the screen. Way to go.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I know he ain't got it. Jack. Check 37. Jim.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing is Jackson, and he's got his target. That's Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
To throw again is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
For this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Throwing again. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
48 to Mike.
Jackson will throw again. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, tight. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Push him back.
Again, Jackson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, and try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston now. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready? Flag! What is that? 54!
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Green, triple T. They're running it. Wait. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Right here. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board and get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Set. 54. 54, Mike. Check pass. Mike spot 4. I got one. Check 31. Slam. Check 13.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Davis now to return it. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Crunch. 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 Come on. Sunday. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Throwing. Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds a man right there.
Third down. 3rd and 9.
Ready. Flag 25. 59. Wait. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll have a first down past the 40. Open man is Godwin. It's complete as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Set. Hey, stop.
Here's Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Ready. Blue ready. 3, 17. Let him know. Go. Mike 5-4. You remember me.
Winston now from the 50. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's 3rd and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Check 4. Hey, watch it. Switch.
They run Smallwood. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Here's Darkwa. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Orleans Darkwa. His first touchdown of the new season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. The pass there over the middle to start things out. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, He often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Ready? White 25. Sonny. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Easy, 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 easy. Hey, 54 is mine. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Follow. Right there. 54. Watch the run. Mike, let's go.
From the gun, Winston. And he's got Peak. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
You think you won't get there? Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go. Easy, easy, easy. Comes to me.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Green, come with me. Sonny. Right there. 54 Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 5-4.
First down, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Kill. Check. Fresno. No take. Spell. 52.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
And that's caught inside the 35. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Point after try forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Panthers 10.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll look to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
At the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. 12 more yards there and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Tampa Bay, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they will fall to 1-1.